What's good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now we are getting ready for another explosive week in these markets next week. All right, we're deep into earnings season right now. We've seen some wild moves in the markets already. We've seen like Tesla come down heavy in the markets, Apple, Microsoft move to the upside. All right, and we got some other high profile names delivering their earnings next week. Some are going to move up, some are going to move down. So we're going to talk about all of that in this video. But before I do, let me let you guys know that we had a lot of fun over at the Discord for those in the options with me for the month of January. All right, the option plays that I post up in the Discord clocked in around $20,000 in profit for the month of January, with the biggest win being our $4,000 win on ticker symbol WFC. That's Wells Fargo. Entered puts there. A lot of the people over the Discord made a lot of money on that move, right? So we are getting ready to kick off a brand new month in these markets, month of February. So if you guys want to join us over at the Discord for all of that, getting on the action, link is in the description below of this video. Tap in and we'll see you guys over there. As I told you guys, getting ready for some high profile names to start delivering their earnings next week in the markets. Some of these I'm invested into, all right? Some of them, you guys, they're of high interest to you guys as well. So we're going to talk about it in this video. We're going to kick things off though with ticker symbol AMD. All right, now the semiconductor stocks have been under a lot of pressure in these markets. Now check this, we got companies like ticker symbol TSM, that's a semiconductor stock, delivered their earnings a couple of weeks back. They were good, some good numbers, some decent guidance as well. And then we got stocks like Intel, which delivered their numbers. They were okay, guidance was on the weaker side. So it's no surprise the market is a little bit standoffish when it comes to these semiconductor stocks. But with AMD, I think they're ready for a push to the upside, guys. I'm expecting some good numbers when they start delivering them on Tuesday, and I'm expecting strong guidance to go with, right? I think the stock is ready for a push to the upside, right? The stock has done enough damage right now, and I think from looking at all the technicals, it's ready for a push to the upside. But check this. If you didn't know, the semiconductor stocks are cyclical. What do we mean by that? We mean that they go through cycles where you have booming periods where sales is through the roof, stock prices are moving up. Then you have declining sales and a lot of pressure on their stock prices, right? So they're still going to be cyclical. I think the dynamics are going to shift a little bit as we move over the next couple of years, because there's a lot of potential with a lot of these names. So I think the cyclical periods that they go through won't be as extreme as they once were. However, if I get a chance to sell some of my position in AMD for some good profits this year, I'll go ahead and lock that in, all right? Because when we get that oversupply of chips in these markets, and it is coming, guys, it is coming, whether it's the end of this year, beginning of next year, I think it's going to put a lot of heat and a lot of pressure on these semiconductor stocks. I'm still going to be invested long term because I think there's tons of longer term potential as all the industries that they serve continue to grow. But I'm definitely going to be locking in profits when I see that push to the upside in some of these names this year, right? Let's keep it moving. PayPal, this is one that gets a ton of media coverage, guys. And we've seen this stock be under pressure for the longest. But check this. We've seen American Express, we've seen MasterCard, we've seen Visa make some good moves to the upside this week. As a matter of fact, we saw like MasterCard and Visa move up like 10% on Friday's session after some good earnings. So I'm expecting PayPal to deliver some strong numbers and the market to actually respond well, pushing the stock up. Given the stock's come down so much, they need to do less for that stock price to make big shifts to the upside, all right? So I'm expecting PayPal to move up. Alphabet, guys, also on Tuesday. All the heavyweights are delivering their earnings next week in the markets. Now, with Alphabet, I think they've got tons of long-term potential. I'm expecting the earnings to just be strong as always. But with the stock, I wouldn't be surprised if we just see this one continue to trade sideways. I don't think there's any real reason to see an Alphabet make some massive shifts to the upside. Now, given the fact that we got Web3 moving along, I think they could be a dominant figure in that space, right? The next iteration of the internet, the business is just set up well for that. So tons of longer term potential, but I wouldn't be surprised if by the time we close out this year, Alphabet's pretty much the same price that we're seeing it right now. I'm not expecting anything crazy from that stock. Then on Wednesday, we have Meta, guys. This is a stock, again, that's been under pressure for the longest. Stock price hasn't really done too much over the last couple of months. The story of Meta is they're investing tons of money to take their business to the next level. This could have an impact on their earnings and the quality of their earnings. So if we see some numbers that have been hit from all of this investment, or talks of, more investment, or talks of potentially downgrading their forecast or anything like that, that could put the stock under some heat. So again, Meta is the kind of name where there's no real need for that stock to move anywhere from where it's currently at right now. But I do believe Mark Zuckerberg is one of the smartest people on the planet. I know Elon Musk gets all the limelight, but Mark Zuckerberg creating a business from the ground up, 3 billion monthly active users, right? That is no joke in itself, right? And that is worth a lot of money. So I do believe that it's going to continue to invest into the business. It's going to have an impact on their earnings, but I'm invested into this name long term. There's no need for me to go ahead and rush and put lots of money in at this current stage in time. Again, just given the fact of the uncertainty around how much all that investment is going to impact their business in the short term, okay? This is to come down any further, there could be some good buying levels. So that's an interesting one, just to see what the company's going to say from the business updates as relates to how they're doing with their investments into the metaverse and things of that nature. So then we got Qualcomm also delivering earnings Wednesday after hours. Now, just like AMD, I'm expecting some good numbers, guys, for them to beat the estimates and to post up some good guidance. I think that stock is also ready for a push to the upside. We've seen this one come under a little bit of heat right now as well, but I think we can see a bounce once they deliver those numbers. Now, we know there's going to be that separation from Apple, but they've already reassured investors and the marketplace that they've got a good pipeline for 2022 and the foreseeable, okay? So some good numbers I'm expecting from Qualcomm, and I'm expecting that stock price to make a move up. Thursday after hours, we've got Amazon. Now, Amazon's a beast of two halves. Got their e-commerce business and their cloud business as well. The e-commerce business, I think, is going to come under some pressure given the fact that those 2020 and 2021 numbers were phenomenal. It's going to be hard for them to beat and match them this year. All the e-commerce stocks, whether it's Shopify, whether it's Etsy, I expect them to come on the heat this year, right? So I expect the e-commerce numbers to maybe show some weaker numbers, maybe some weaker guidance, slowing numbers, things of that nature. But I think the cloud business is going to continue to be booming, just like it is for Microsoft. So that could help the stock. But I think the market is only going to reward Amazon once those e-commerce business numbers start making a move up, right? Start matching, start beating the 2020 and 2021 numbers that we saw as well. So Amazon stock, I wouldn't be surprised if they just have another year where they're trading sideways, just like they were pretty much for 2021 as well. Or maybe even shave some more value off as they've done over the last couple of weeks. Then you've also got, guys, some higher risk social type of plays like a Snapchat, like a Pinterest. These are stocks haven't gone anywhere near them. Made some money on some option moves on them, and I probably will continue to do so. But when it comes to investing into these stocks right now, too much risk, guys. Too much risk associated with these types of names, because we know that they were supposed to deliver some good, strong numbers, and management set some high expectations. They just haven't delivered to those numbers, right? So if they were to deliver some good numbers, which we don't know, we'll have to see on Thursday, then you could see some movements up, because the stocks have been hit heavy. But just have to see on Thursday what they actually come out and deliver, right? But these are still some pretty decent stocks to place options on, right? So these are always on my radar, but as it relates to investing, guys, too risky for me to touch these names where they're at right now. And you see some better numbers, and then we can start thinking about potentially making an investment into them. But for now, hands off these names, just going to continue to make money on the option side of things. So that was a rundown of the week we got coming up. If you guys want to join us over the Discord, link is in the description below. Tap in, see you guys over there. If not, catch you guys on the next one.